Hello, everyone. My name's David Tovey. I'm an artist. I'm also the founder of the One Festival of Homeless Arts up in London. And I'm also the co-director of Arts and Homelessness International, where we work with homeless artists around the world. I'm really honoured to be the first day in this challenge, and it's it's quite humbling, especially knowing that the the whole story came from an object from when I was homeless. Knowing that that has this now sort of like instigates people to show us a bit of love, show us something about something that you love. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, my object, and my object was a bowler hat that was all dented and wet through, and it was just like it was so badly damaged, it was unbelievable. But what that hat did for me, it gave me this mask, and it helped me through a really rough time in my life when I was street homeless. Because when you're street homeless, you're always trying to be invisible. You're trying to disguise yourself. You're trying to, do whatever you can so nobody sees you or nobody knows that you're homeless and stuff like that. And I didn't want people to know that I was homeless, and so I had this whole collection of hats. And the bowler hat I got given, I swapped it for some by some dresses I'd made. I swapped it because I couldn't afford to buy it, so I really wanted that hat because it was vintage, and it was gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous hat. And it just became really comfortable to wear. And years later, when I got off the streets and I got introduced to an amazing organization called Museum of Homelessness, where I'm on their core advisory group as well. They were putting together these object storytelling, because we all have an object that means something to us, and you can put a story to it, and if that story can help change perception of something, then surely it's worth doing. So I was asked to donate an object, and I thought long and hard about this, and it had to be the hat, because for me it had so much love attached to it, and I know that through the story you'd be able to change the perception of what somebody believes homelessness is, or a homeless person is, etc. And that's all I'm about in my own art practice, is about trying to change perceptions of how we view others in society, whether it's veterans to suicide victims and survivors to homelessness, people with mental health problems, addiction problems. We shouldn't judge people because they have these issues that they deal with every day. Instead of judging and stigmatizing, we should be offering a hand and offering help, but we don't, because of the stigma attached to these. And I believe art can change stigma. It can change perception. It can change how we view society. So the hat has this, and I'm so honored like that now the hat is in a museum. It's pretty nuts, in the Museum of Homelessness, and it will be for a long time. And I like that because it makes me proud of like the fact that, one, I survived homelessness. I'm not ashamed of being homeless, never have been. And the hat, what it does, it attaches me to that time. And I feel like sometimes within homelessness, and people coming out of homelessness, they want to forget about it. They want to forget about that past. They want it just to disappear. But the thing is, it never does. It's like barbed wire. Like when you try climbing over it, you get caught on it. And Yeah, so basically I'm now attached to that time via that hat, and I'm really proud of that. So I'd really like everybody to take an object, something that you find close to you. Like it could be anything from like a wooden spoon in the kitchen that might have been given to you by your nan when you first moved into your first home. It could be your mobile phone. That could have been a present from a loved one, maybe somebody who's passed away. I feel like, telling a story about something that you love and something that means so much to you and putting it out to the world elevates that object, and elevates the reason why you're telling that story. So yeah, that's basically what I'd really, really, really be pleased to see happen. And see what objects they are. And that's what it intrigues me, because it could be the most mundane thing in the world to us, but to the person telling the story, it's the most special object in the world.